Hello, my name is Swissbianco. In this video I will talk about this Fury knife. It has a design like a Persian fighting knife or utility knife, whatever you're gonna call it. It's a dagger style. This knife unfortunately has not too well of a quality. The Fury brand is rather cheap. It was on sale, that's why I did get that, simply to test out the style of that blade shape, how well that would work in different applications, but the all overall quality of that item unfortunately is not that well. So the item comes in a simple, cheap, falling apart cardboard box. We see it's made in China, of course, and we have the item number from the Fury catalog there as well. Then inside we have the sheath and we have the knife. The knife is covered in this cheap clear plastic. They say it's a 440 steel. On that knife, the blade is quite likely the best part of the whole item. We have a relative thick blade, good 5mm. The edges are hollow grind on both sides, the lower and the upper edge. The upper one looks like it is sharpened, but it's not, it's dull, and the lower edge that should be sharpened is rather dull as well. At least the grinding lines are pretty good put on it, so with a bit resharpening, that blade should be relative sharp, and because of the hollow grind that should also cut pretty well. If you want to sharpen the upper part as well, it's up to you. It's for sure possible to sharpen it, and the grinding line on the upper part is relative nice too. So the blade itself has quite a decent quality. Then to the handle, we see in the middle the Fury sign there. It's attached with two screws. Quite likely they did not use a Loctite below it. I'm gonna take it apart, and then we see we have a texturing on that the relative cheap looking injection molded scales. They fit to the knife, to the blade itself, not too well at all, but with this price range that was to be expected. We have a good groove on top there, on the bottom too, so that is well done. And we have two big holes for lanyard, and behind we have that part here as a skull breaker, or what you wanna call that. As I just see, they did grind that part only on this side. The other side is simply flat, so to make the production easier. If you don't like that feature, you can easily grind that off as well. I'm not sure yet what I gonna do with the item. The scale may be hollow below it, so that's another problem, maybe that would be too fragile for serious use. Then the worst part of all is the sheath. We have leg straps, that is good and right. The top strap here for on the belt is can be opened. We have that system here, so we don't need to take off the belt if we want to put it on the belt loop. We can use that simple system here. Hopefully that would stay on. On front we have the same system that instead of a rivet would hold the item together. The problem is the plastic that they used on the sheath, and the buckles quite likely too. We see that here on the sheath too. It's shiny, cheap looking, and this This plastic is relative fragile and brittle, so that's not gonna last long at all. We also see the part here is more matte than the rest. It makes a pitiful impression. That sheet is not gonna last for a long time. Also here the part where the belt loop is put on, that's gonna break off relative easy there. That is not gonna work too well. So the sheet unfortunately is negative. The knife fits in it pretty good. I did already test that out. That's how it looks as it is completely in. There is no lock, it's just a bit of friction that is there, that the item goes in, and then you can add that part here to keep it secure. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do with this, first I'm gonna resharpen the blade that it cuts, and then I'm gonna test it out, see how well the design feature of the blade gonna work for me. If it's gonna work, then I'm gonna check with the scales if they are hollow, if we can fill them with a special glue that give more strength, or if that needs to be replaced. And that would be of course the way better option with a like a micarta or a thicker G10, and then shaped to the shape of the handle. That would be a really good upgrade on that blade. And then if I would like to have that skull breaker behind here, or if that is in the way, and then finally if I wanna spend the time and make a kydex sheet for it, that would be a perfect upgrade, like with the handle in a micarta or G10, to have a sheet made out of kydex, and that would really improve the item. It depends on the blade, it depends on the quality of the blade, how it turns out, how much I like it. I always wanted to try out that Persian style knife designs for a long time, but they were never in a price range that I would say yes, we're gonna spend the money. And this item for sure had a good price, around $15, and that is also what you have to expect. It's a Fury, it's $15, it can't be too much. So I'm already happy if the blade is a bit of a decent quality and a bit has a bit of good heat treating, that it lasts. The sheet and the handle, that was pretty much to be expected how it is. So if you wanna just have that item for decoration, for hang it on the wall, for an example of a Persian style dagger, that would be for sure really good. If you wanna use it, the sheet gonna not last too long on you, and quite likely it's gonna need a resharpening really bad right out of the box. It's not gonna be sharp, at least this one. Maybe that is the Chinese lottery, that I had a bad luck that it is not sharp, but this one is sure not sharp on any edge. So that much about that Persian style dagger from Fury Knives.